homebrewers, and welcome to my channel. So today we're going to be making some sour strawberry shots for our party episode. So this is one of my bottles of strawberry wine. Now this is the sweetened stuff that I did in a previous video, so I'll put the link at the top there so you can get caught up. Now I made too much wine. That was my bad. But at the same time, I have more to make shots with. Even better. So I'm going to drink some of this sweetened wine. That tastes good. So I've went ahead and I've already bottled up some strawberry wine in a 2-litre bottle. Looking pretty easy. So you can tell how much I had since this is pretty much full. And I still have 3 bottles left, and I still have another 3 bottles in the fridge, which is the stuff I made in the video. So we're going to be using freeze distillation or freeze refraction to concentrate the flavour and the alcohol in this wine. This is a dry wine. Obviously if it's a sweet wine you're going to concentrate the sugar too. So just bear that in mind. So in goes my bottles. So the wine is about 9-ish%. And by the time we're finished it should be somewhere around the 18 or 20%, which is perfectly fine for shots. Shots are good. I want to fill this all the way to the top because the ice will freeze and expand. But at the same time, I don't want to waste booze. So. Now you'll notice this one is slightly more cloudy than this one. It's because it's got a little bit of yeast in it. While it's not ideal for wine, it's not that bad for making shots. Because we're going to be freezing it and that's going to remove most of the yeast. There we go. So we now have basically 4 litres of strawberry wine and still 3 bottles of quick drinking wine. So these are going to go in my freezer and we'll be back once these are frozen. So hopefully it won't take too long. Damn that freezer. But this is one that is finished freezing. It is, funny enough, frozen. And now we're going to extract the alcohol from it, which is going to concentrate all the flavours, but none of the sweetness because this was bone dry. Now, the basic principle is you just open it up and turn it upside down. That's exactly what I'm going to do. But for this, normally I have like a pasta thing, but my big pint glass happens to hold this bad boy pretty cool. So, it's not a myth, it is a thing where you can refreeze distill the distillate down here and it will make it stronger. But your freezer only freezes down to at most -18, so it's going to pick up water on the way. So you're only just removing the water that's in there. So one pass and done. The most concentrated alcohol that you're going to get is the first bit that comes out. That's why in my original sugar video you can see me actually setting it on fire. Pretty handy. So now it's a waiting game. So I'm gonna wait. That's what I'm gonna do. Waiting is fun. So it's been about 45 minutes of this doing its thing, and I've dumped the liquid into here twice, in fact. So I have 1 litre of strawberry concentrated wine. It is very tasty actually. Still a bit bitter, as you would expect for a dry strawberry wine, but there are some residual sugars in here, though you can't taste it in its original form. Ooh. It has got quite a good strawberry taste. So we're going to be turning these into sour shots. Now to make a sour shot, you need 2 things, other than alcohol. One is sugar, because well, it's got to be sweet. And you're going to need an acid. Now I'm going to be using malic acid. Lovely, lovely. I bought this from Amazon. So for those people that are interested, I'll put a link down below that will send you to Amazon so you can see this. It's actually pretty good. It was £10 for me, so that was actually pretty cheap for 250 grams, 1/4 kilo. So we're going to turn this into our shots. So I'm going to be using a measurement which is ½ tablespoon, which is pretty cool. I'm going to start with, fair enough, my acid. So as anyone that's seen my pine cider video, I like sour stuff. So I'm going to just start with a cheeky ½ tablespoon. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Now because this is 18%, or slightly more, since this is the dregs, what's going to happen is that it's going to be preserved, so you don't have to worry so much about adding actual sugar, because the yeast can't do anything. It's dead. It is dead from alcohol poisoning. So I'm going to use, let me see, we'll try 5 half tablespoons. So 2.5 tablespoons. 1 and 5. Now I just need to give it a stir with a stirry spoon. So I've given it a stir. Now it is cold, so it's pretty difficult to dissolve in all the sugar. It will be easier as it warms up, but it's better to make this stuff fresh. So let's just pour a little bit out. No harm in trying it. Let's give it a taste. Now, I don't think there's enough sour in there. I think a whole tablespoon. I also think it needs a bit more sweetness, since it is a party shot. So in goes another cheeky half a tablespoon, which makes it 1 tablespoon. And I'm going to add in another 5 of these, which is another 2.5 tablespoons. And 5. Now obviously you're going to be able to adjust your recipe to your own taste, but you've got to try and balance the sweet and the sour. So more mixing. So pretty much everything is stirred in. The malic acid dissolves almost instantly, so there'll definitely be some sourness in there now. A little bit of sugar. Let's give it another little cheeky try. Cheeky little shot. Smells more like strawberry now, so cheers. Ooh, okay, that's pretty good actually. So I'm not going for overpowering, can't even speak. I'm not going for overpowering sour, because we all know that I can do it. I could quite happily add another 4 or 5 tablespoons and it would be still good. So a little bit more sweetness. The malic acid is cool. I just want to give it a bit of a bite after it. So another 2.5 tablespoons. There is a lot of sugar that goes into these shots. 2, 5. Now it's kind of a balancing act. I know that there will be people that don't really like sour, so I'm not making these overpowering. So again, more mixing. It's all mixing, all for fun. So I finished mixing up my shower. Yep, the shots work. I finished mixing up my sour shots. I've added in a bit of extra sugar. There's still a tiny bit that needs to dissolve, but for this test, good enough. Now I don't want to go all the way to make this so sweet it makes you sick. I just want it enough to bring out the strawberries and counteract a bit of the zinginess and sourness of the malic acid. That's what I want my sour shot to be. So, cheers. Whoa, that's good. So I've got the strawberry taste, which has been brought out by the sweetness, but you can't really taste the sweetness, which is nice, just strawberries. And you've got a really good zing from the malic acid. And once you'll finish the shot, it makes your mouth sort of salivate, and then you're sort of tasting strawberries. Beautiful. So, as it is good to bottle now. I'm happy with this, it's awesome. But I'm going to do an extra step because I can. Now, I've got myself some glycerin. This is just cake baking glycerin. You can buy it, it's like 90p. From most supermarkets, they use it in cakes and stuff. Now, it is indigestible, it doesn't, but they use it in cakes to make moisture and sweetness, which is awesome. So I'm going to be adding some of this in to my lovely cheeky liter bottle that I have sterilized. Now, in theory, you can just wash this out like you would like your plates and stuff, but old habits die hard. Smells fresh, doesn't smell bleachy. So this is 38 milliliters. You can tell I've had a few of these shots. And I'm just going to dump it in. And what it will do will slightly thicken my lovely strawberry shots, which smell really damn good. Concentrating it does bring out more of the strawberry flavours, and it's also it's stronger. We like strong. Thickening and slightly sweet. So in goes my lovely strawberry shots now. There we go. Now as you can tell, there is a little bit of sugar in there. Damn the sugar. So back in that goes. Mix it around. I want my sugar in there. That's why I added it in. There we go. Now I can put my lid on like an epic man, and we're basically done. Now the little bit of sugar that's in the bottom, you can shake it up to dissolve, but basically just give it a shake to mix in the glycerin. This is done now. You can use this for your party shots. It is approximately 18%, maybe slightly more because I left the dregs out of the thing, so it could be 19 or 20%. But still, that's a very respectable shot. Technically borderlining on schnapps now, and that's got a beautiful colour to it. So I'm going to put this in my fridge and store it because I'm going to need excuses to have sour shots now. So I really hope you enjoyed this video and it's given you some ideas for some of your own party brewing maybe. And yeah, don't forget to comment, rate, like, share, subscribe, check out the other videos, you know. Send me a message saying hello, and I will see you in another video. Cheers.